Hi, I'm DJ.
And I'm Jay Woodies.
And this is the DJ Wouldn't It Be Funny Podcast. Ooh, yeah. I'm DJ Wouldn't It Be Funny Podcast. The DJ Wouldn't It Be Funny Podcast. The DJ Wouldn't It Be Funny Podcast.
As a lot of people may know, we actually moved to LA together. How did you feel about like the transition from DC to LA?
I liked it. Came out here. Weather is beautiful.
Women, beautiful.
We get earthquakes.
Women, beautiful. Women.
Earthquakes.
It's just a very big difference between where I'm from with just lifestyle and all that stuff. And then we like came from college. Like, what did you think college was like? Like, was it what I expected?
No. Yes and no. Because I think like I sort of expected like, oh yeah, the freedom of college, like you're on your own and you and all these other kids are on your own and y'all are sort of adults. But it's also like it really sucked having to do all my own laundry.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Some of y'all niggas ain't. I was seeing the damn washers and dryers. Some of y'all niggas ain't never done your own laundry and it showed.
Yeah, I mean, I did it sometimes, but like I had to get it and then fold it all myself and put it up. Just like, you know, some of the regular stuff that you used to not have to worry about.
How many wears do you get of something before you wash it? You are nasty.
It depends on the article of clothing.
Article, big words.
Because if we're going off an article, big word. I don't wear articles. I just put it on.
I know we was.
If we're talking about something like undershirts, underwear, socks, that gets a 1 day, 2 day. If
look into your camera.
I was already doing it. You don't have to tell me what to do. Thank you. If we're talking about underclothes, socks, undies, undershirt, because I like wearing multiple layers, that to me is like 1 to 2 days.
Underwear is 2 days.
Mostly one.
But it can be 2 days?
Listen, if we're talking about jeans, I can go a while without washing a jean. I'm going to be real. It may sound a certain kind of way, but you can go a minute without washing
dirty
a
dick.
jean. How often do you wash your jeans?
I wash my jeans probably once every 2 wears. And I like do this thing where like I'll hang them for them. I don't just put it in my closet.
You air dry all your stuff.
Right after I wear it, so that it's not stinky and shit. So I let it marinate in the water,
sweat,
in the
sweat,
in the air.
Oh,
underwear. Honestly, I would go as far as saying I wear 2 a day because I wear one
in case you poop your pants.
No, I haven't pooped my pants in like. Okay,
you haven't sharted by accident. Anytime recent?
They stay in my cheeks.
I sharted when I was like 16.
When I shat, I just shat. I didn't shart. That's the thing. That's the difference. If I sharted, that would hurt me even more. I don't know if you've ever been to that point of shitting where you to where you have to shit to the point where you literally can't hold it anymore. It's not like I go move. I gotta go. It's like a damn. It's kind of like fate. Like if somebody has a gun to your head and they're like,
name 3 Nick Cannon songs.
Yeah,
it's over.
I don't know one Nick Cannon song.
Pick up and kill it and kill it.
That's not a song. Speaking of Nick Cannon, he did go to our school.
He did go to our school.
He was at our school for a little bit, and I think that was very dope. He's a very normal person, and I love that about him. Very cool.
Yeah,
you meet him, you do not expect him to have as many kids as he does. Just very different vibes. But I think our school is just already so different. This is not what I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it may be different for your High School Musical because I know you grew up in talk about your High School Musical. How did you grow up with High School Musical stuff and all that?
Thank you for saying it 3 times. Yeah, I love when you're openly antagonistic. It really makes me want to open up.
Yep.
I went to an art school. Pretty cool. I think Nick Cannon actually went there too. Funnily enough, fun fact, because he used to live in North Carolina.
Mr. Cannon, you might be one of his other
children. Yeah. But you went to Euphoria High. So what was that like?
I don't know why you call it that.
Because they were all doing drugs, having sex, being crazy. Like, how was that?
I went into a normal high school, but the people were a little different. When I talk to
crazy.
People, no.
Crazy.
When I talk to people about their experiences, it is a lot different. I mean, we had a lot of weird teachers, like a lot. But who am I to talk? I was just a bad student. So like I didn't really care. It wasn't until I got to college when I started like being a teacher's pet. You probably did that all your life, right? You were a teacher's pet?
Well, I wasn't. I don't consider myself a teacher's pet. More
just a pet.
Maybe just a teacher. If you would listen for a second, I just did all my work. And I raised my hand in class, and I answered questions correctly. That's really all it came down to. Does that make me a teacher's pet because I get some stuff right?
No. I think in High School Musical land, that's probably perfect.
I guess in Euphoria High, y'all are too busy snorting crack and ecstasy and dating Nate to understand what it means to be a good student. But
you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, the only reason I got into college was because of I was just in a million different clubs. Like, I did everything. I was in an environmental club.
He litters to this day because he was in an environmental club.
I did all my work. I contributed to society enough where I can burn it down now. I did just
built it up just to burn it down.
100%. But yeah, I was in a lot of different things. So I was like, I did sports, and then I also was in theater. And then I also, at the end of high school, realized I could not go to college if I didn't do good in grades. So I started being a little nerd and hanging out with nerds.
No, yeah. A big shock for me was the fact that I had to be in a quad my first year.
Yeah.
Which means that I was supposed to share a room with 3 other people. And then luckily one dude just didn't show up. So that was gross and weird. And of course, we all shared the same bathroom. Not the 3 of us roommates shared the same bathroom. Our whole floor shared the same bathroom.
Were there any like pubes on the floor and shit?
I bet there were.
I guarantee you there were a few people that took showers without shower slippers.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
definitely.
Disgusting, bro. What the fuck? Bro?
I always had mine. I always kept mine on me.
You could probably get like foot STD. It's just like
foot herpes.
Yeah, bro, that's disgusting. But you remember when you had to use mine?
Yeah.
What happened? Was
our water went out or something, or was cold? Yeah. It was either both. I feel like one time it completely went out for the whole building. Yeah. And another time it was just super cold.
And I was daddy.
He had a single
daddy.
All right, bro. You had a single for no reason. You didn't deserve a single.
I deserved it.
How? Why?
Because I was like that.
It wasn't your grades.
That hurt.
I'm bitter. I'm bitter. I'm jealous and bitter.
Cool as hell. Not roommate, sweet mate.
God forbid you had a roommate.
I had a roommate sophomore year. He was really cool.
He was really cool.
Shout out Darian.
Yeah.
Shout out you. That's what you're about to say. You don't know his name. Shout out you.
Shout out, bro.
That's my boy. I had no problem with roommates. Like, I was lucky. I loved coming back home being drunk as fuck and just crashing on the fucking bed and just, it was small as shit. But like being able to just do that.
You could do that in my room.
What are you talking
You
about?
could get drunk and crash on your bed. No, not on my bed.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You could crash on my bed anytime. I got space.
Oh, hell
no. Head to foot.
No, but I'm saying like I literally just walk around butt ass naked because typically when I go home, that's the first thing I do is take off all of my clothes. And then I could walk around, do all that, and not have to worry about shit. You can't do that when you have a roommate. I remember how weird I felt the first like month because
you were walking in naked. And
when I was with Darian. Not walking in naked, but like I didn't know if it was acceptable to walk around with like boxers. I was like, oh, he's gonna think it's weird. Then I started doing it, and I was like, oh shit, because I saw women walking around apartment complex in bras and panties. I was like, maybe I can do that around my room. Not bras, obviously. Not just panties. You're an asshole. No, like with underwear. And then I was like, oh. Shit, this is cool. This is okay, bro. In sports, we were in fucking underwear all the time.
Yeah, slapping.
Oh my gosh.
Here's what I will say though, is that I wish that your roommate from then had sort of taught you the habit to not do that, because you still do that now.
Because I'm a grown ass man. I pay grown ass bills. Great. And I got a grown ass dick. Whoa. Sorry. That was weird.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, in college, I didn't have the luxury of doing that sophomore year. Mm-hmm. But at least, I don't know if I even told you this, in acting, I felt like I was able to show off my body.
You didn't have to tell me. Everyone knew that about you.
What do you mean?
Everyone knew that you loved doing a scene shirtless anytime you could. That was like a running gag.
That I wasn't a part of?
I thought you knew. No. I thought you knew everyone.
People knew that?
Everyone thought any scene you would do shirtless. That was like a thing. You were Mr. Shirtless Man. You were an exhibitionist in class.
I don't like that. You know what you were?
What was I?
You were uncut. You mind explaining what I mean by uncut?
We had a very interesting professor that did a lot to try to help teach us how to be better at the craft, but also did a lot of stuff that was interesting.
In our craft of acting, do you think it's acceptable to teach in a
eccentric way?
I
don't know, because it reminds me, who was the dude? Do you remember the name of the teacher in Victorious?
Sockowitz.
Yeah. It felt like this is what would happen if you let Sockowitz become a real person and didn't put him in a Nickelodeon show where they make it all fun and zany. But like, I think that there's times and places where that can exist in real life and be cool. But outside of a Nickelodeon context, I don't know if that's right, especially when it feels like sometimes you're opping me. You remember this. We were doing a performance. We actually had a guest visit. He was a theater guy.
Seriously?
Yeah. So even more embarrassing. We had a special guest, one of his theater friends. So stakes were high. We were in groups doing devised theater. My group goes up. What we did was like pretty good, you know? Everybody claps after we're done. People coming up to me like, oh, you wrote that? Oh my God, that's so good. How did you? Someone else came up like, oh, I got a camera. We should film you doing that specific part. This is so good. So my head was getting gassed up. I was like, I'm the best actor writer in the class right now. This is great.
Humble.
During the I'm not humble yet. Shut up. So during the performance, I was wearing some short-ish shorts. All right, shorts are short. They're supposed to be short. They're shorts. Some would say in the Daisy Duke variety. Those are the only ones that were clean at the time. I told you this is my first time doing my own laundry. My other stuff wasn't done yet. Yeah. And after the performance, our professor, we're about to leave class. Everyone's packing up. Like, Dax, can you come here for a minute? I'm thinking he about to give me all the praise.
Yeah.
Dax, you did so great. Oh my gosh. When do we get more? He says, I need to tell you something. Class. Get the class attention. I thought you were just talking to me.
He did do that shit.
He says, class, make sure you wear the appropriate attire to your performances. Nobody wants to know if you're circumcised or not before looking right back at me.
And then everybody's coming over dying laughing in our little circles. You're still over there dying laughing and looking at you like, oh, Dax is uncircumcised. Dax is uncircumcised. That
By the
was
way, he
funny,
never
bro.
said I was uncircumcised.
Well, everybody thought so.
I think that
when
was
he
you.
no,
I
it's
think you
because
passed it around.
when he
I feel like you were, yo,
you think I started
the he said Dax is uncircumcised.
No, because if you're circumcised or not, first of all, I think he said if you're circumcised or uncircumcised.
No, I remember.
Like
I remember
it.
He
did some shit like that.
I wrote it in my journal.
You have your version. I have my version. But you're not the only one. I remember in one class, you were there. Everybody in the freaking ensemble was talking about my penis when I was wearing them damn. I was wearing my Adidas sweatpants that I love. And I forgot who it was. Somebody said something about like, oh, look at Little John. And did that. And everybody started laughing. I didn't know what it was about. Somebody said around me, John, we can all see your penis. And I was like, bruh. And everybody was talking about during my performance. It just.
And you would think that our professor would, I don't know, pull us to, hey, man, you know, you even can see a little better.
We can all see your stuff.
Not, hey, everybody.
And
look at him.
Literally.
I can't just have my penis out.
Doing.
I can't helicopter real quick.
Yeah. But no, I do for real think that it's unfortunate that in a place where it's supposed to be sacred and we're like giving our art that both of our penises are still the focal point of the art.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't we...
Yeah, eyes up here.
Yeah, eyes up here,
please.
guys.
Come on. Goodness gracious.
Literally. But like he's done some wild shit. I remember I was hooping. I went back to, this was during spring break or winter break. I was hooping. And I remember I did like some layup or something and I landed fucking awkward as hell and fucked up my wrist. So you know what I did? I found a wrap from my mom's drawer, wrapped my fucking wrist. So I went to, I was back in college at this point. I went back to campus because spring break ended. We had to go to our professor. I went over there to my professor And obviously my wrist was fucked up. And at the end of our meeting, which was the most normal meeting ever, very, very professional, he's like, oh, what happened to your wrist? And then I'm in the middle about to explain. I'm like, yeah, I was actually playing basketball. He said, beating your meat, wasn't you? And everybody's laughing. George is there laughing. Everybody's laughing. I'm just like, bruh, this is mad embarrassing. And then the people are lined up waiting for their one-on-one, so they're laughing at the joke. And I'm just like,
imagine just hearing through the walls, beating your meat, wasn't you?
No, the door was open at this point because we're leaving. Evil.
Perspectives.
Love is evil. Because love spelled backwards is evil. Oldest trick in the book. Which love evil bar do you think is better? The album and Futures, like Future thing being evil, or Eminem doing that bar?
What did
he said love is evil, spell it backwards, I'll show you on Spacebound.
That one. Because the end of the love is evil, spell it backwards, they'll show you.
Nobody knows me, it doesn't go into the chorus? He says love is evil, spell it backwards, I'll show you. Nobody knows me, I'm cold. Walk down this road all alone. This is no one's fault but my own. This is the path I've chosen to go. Frozen to stone. How do I remember that?
I don't know.
I'm back to being
How do you remember that?
But yeah, professor lifestyle is just different, especially because we've had numerous amount of professors. We've had professors fucking step on your back while you're acting.
Yeah.
Like, and trying to show you what it's like to really like feel things.
It's like, can I act maybe? Like, can I pretend like I'm going through this? You don't have to actually put me through trauma.
You have to do it.
For me to act trauma. I can act like there's trauma. That's what's acting.
But I also don't want my penis to be mentioned when I am doing my art.
Yeah, or being the butt of the joke.
Or the penis of the joke.
Hello. Or the head of the joke. Or the shaft of the joke.
Okay. It's just getting more nasty.
It
started bad, but
I'm sorry. But yeah, I feel like sometimes, again, we learned some great stuff, but sometimes it was mean. It was like, why are you coming at me like that?
Yeah.
Like me and my boy Cam, we had a scene together. And basically we were two brothers and he was going to leave for college and I didn't want him to leave. That was basically the whole point of the scene. And we have to play around our age. He was very specific about that. So I was 18 at the time. I was going to play 16. And so to stop him from leaving, I decided like, oh, I'm going to like, he has a suitcase full of stuff. I'm going to throw stuff out his suitcase. You know what I mean? And he ended up meeting with us after and he was like, okay, so in the scene you didn't want your brother to leave and you threw stuff out his suitcase. And I was like, yeah. He was like, okay, is your character remedial? I was like, excuse me? He's like, it's like something wrong.
He was dead ass, right? He was dead ass. He was dead ass, yeah.
You stupid, or I was like, what do you? He's like, why would you, a 16-year-old young man, like, I don't want my brother to leave, throw stuff out his suitcase like you can't just put it back? I was like, bruh.
He said, so you're remedial, right?
It's like,
dude.
That's
wild.
Like, dang, like, give us a break, man. Like, bro, it's like they think they in Whiplash. Like, they're not that bad at all. They're not, like, yelling at us 24/7 and throwing slurs our way and stuff like that.
I do feel like, though, sometimes it goes back to last episode. I feel like sometimes...
Which I know you all watched.
Obviously. I do believe to properly do your art, you need to experience things. What those experiences are is up to you, not up to your professor.
Okay.
It's what you're okay with. Okay. But it's up to you of what you're willing to do. And if that's what you're willing to do and what you want to do, then that's okay. You know? Mm-hmm. Like you. I think embarrassment helped your art.
I think I would be just as good with acting if I wasn't told if no one cared if I was uncircumcised or not.
I don't know about
I don't think that would have changed my talent trajectory.
I don't know.
You know?
I see now you walk not a chip on your shoulder, a dick on your shoulder. You don't care. You just show the world. I don't think I have that on my shoulder. But that really hurt my feelings, embarrassed me, ruined my entire day. Literally. I went home and I took a nap for like 3.5 hours. I was sad. What was it like turning back around to the class after he said that shit? Like, what was it like? Like, your turn this way because you wanted a 101. What is it like doing that and you see everybody's faces? Because we were all in such shock that just happened.
I was in such shock too. So part of me didn't even think it was real.
Is this the real life? Or is this fantasy?
Caught in a landslide.
No escape from circumcision.
We have weird things that happen, everyone with their penises. Sometimes people talk about it. Sometimes people don't.
Yeah. Penises are always the butt of the joke. That's what she said and what he said and what they said.
Yeah. So with that, ball roll, please. Roll the tape. And Power Boy saves the day once again.
Yo, Power Boy is so cool. Man, I wish I had superpowers.
It's not as cool as you think, okay?
What are you talking about? Having powers is the coolest thing ever. Being born special and having secret abilities that nobody else knows about.
You wouldn't understand.
Yo, Eddie, are you good? You've been acting really strange recently.
I have a secret, and I don't know how to tell you, okay? I have a superpower.
Wait, are you Power Boy?
No.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Just trust me.
Dude,
Just look at it.
what am I looking at?
I have a hand penis, okay? It's my superpower, a hand penis. I can pick things up, you see? Put them down, everything.
How do you pee?
Through my pinky, duh.
Ew, put that thing away.
No, I am allowed to be a little different, okay?
Wait, is that why you always take so long in the bathroom?
Oh, yeah, that feels good. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah.
Yo, Eddie, everything good in there?
Yeah, just wash my hands.
Or why you always take so long moisturizing? Yo, Eddie, everything good in there?
Yep, just lotioning my hands. I knew you wouldn't understand my powers.
That is not a power. That thing's a mutation. You need to look into it.
You know what? I'd expect this from them, but not you. Have fun finding another best friend.
Good riddance, freak.
Kane, wake up. Kane.
Eddie? What are you doing here?
Well, I did what you said, okay? I looked into my powers, and it turns out that they're contagious.
What? No!
Over there. I got it. Oh, let's go!
You won! Yeah!
Woo!
Hey, you want to get something to eat?
Of course, let's do it. Oh, wait. I gotta wash my hands. Let's do it.
I don't think that I ever want to get blackout drunk. That's a little too much for me.
You don't want like a all right, I'm serious about this. And this is gonna happen at your wedding. No, it's not. It's not gonna happen at his wedding. I mean, at his bachelor party. Sorry. I can drink. And I mean, like, you've
Like a
seen
fish.
me. No, for real. I can drink. And the problem with that is, like, I haven't had those experiences. Everybody's like, I've been blacked out drunk. I've been very close many times. But it's like, I never had that experience of like, I didn't know what happened yesterday. I didn't, you know?
And that's for the best. That's great. That's
no
literally
fun.
amazing.
It's no
you have
fun.
lucked out time and time
It
again.
is no fun. I feel like in a good way, we skipped out on a whole year of drinking culture with us being in college during a pandemic.
Yeah.
So we kind
Very
of made
good
up
for our
for
livers.
it. We kind of made up for it since we got older. But like, I don't think when I drink, I'm not thinking like, oh my God, I'm going to lose myself in regards to just like my weight, my everything. Again,
Your temper.
But yeah, I don't feel that way. But I love having a drink with somebody because it feels like the one thing we can do that you don't need to do anything else with it. You know, like when I ask, can I hang out with you? Everybody's always like, what are we gonna be doing? You know, all that stuff. But if you say, let's grab a drink, there's never a follow-up question other than, sure.
But don't you think that that's sort of like that's like the culture?
Terrible. It's terrible.
It's like the only way we
can I grab a
have
blunt?
genuine
Can I?
moment.
Yeah. Yo, you trying to smoke or you're trying to drink? It's like you can't just. That's a great point of view. That is terrible.
I understand. It's all about moderation. It's cool to go out with your people and get a drink.
What's moderation for you?
What's moderation for me? Like, well, first of all, only drinking like twice a month. And with that, when I drink those 2 times a month, having maybe like
fucked up.
No. Binging. Having 2 to 3 drinks.
That's a lie. You were not drinking 2 drinks, 2 to 3 drinks.
Think about it. When we pregame at the crib, which is maybe
more than 2 to 3 drinks.
You don't think that's like?
No,
I feel like that's 2 to 3.
Even
then usually I won't get something when we go out, so I don't have to pay because I'm cheap.
No. We have more than 2 to 3 drinks here.
When we put it in our solo cups, because we don't use real dishes.
We're becoming an age where we need to start growing the fuck up.
We are getting nunk status.
We are, and I'm just like, why the fuck is there plastic in our house? I don't do this all the time. I don't have a lot of plastics.
I'm bad with it.
Yeah,
but I recycle.
But you know how many people have come over and just like they give that look of like, who lives here? It's not like, and the thing is, I'd rather it be because the place looks like a pigsty. It's not that. It's the kids. They think kids live here. I remember my dad, bro. He came into my apartment when I wasn't there, when we were seniors, and he told me he was going to he was checking something for me, and he said he went in the fridge. Guess what 2 things were in there?
What?
Baby spinach and Hennessy. Those were the only 2 things in my refrigerator, bro. I'm just like, bro, what is wrong with me? I'm a child trying to be healthy that loves to drink.
Oh, you know how I know we're both children?
Yeah.
When I went to your spot, I think this was
junior year summer.
Yeah, when I came to your apartment and you had those Tyson nuggets, man, I was so excited.
Killing them shit.
I tried it. I was like, these are the best things ever. Like, and that's not how. And we're like 20,
yeah,
21.
Yeah. We were not 5. Those are the type of snacks your mom makes when you have kids over, like your friends over to play like games or some shit. Guess what, honey? I got you some snack for your tummy. And remember, we literally were like, hey, before we were about to go, we're like, hey, don't forget, we can't drink on an empty stomach. Chicken nuggets.
Shouldn't be drinking.
No, literally.
Sipping juice.
And we still do that. Yeah. We still, at least now we have a little bit of money so we can be like DoorDash. I'm not gonna lie, one of the best things about making money, like as an adult, is being able to drink. Like I can just go to a club and pay for a drink.
When is the last time that you've had like a room spinning drunk? Cause I feel like the drunkest I've ever been was actually in Bada. I was in Brits. I was overseas drinking.
We talked on the phone, I think, at this point on this trip.
I think I told you about it after.
I just remember you were on the phone drunk and you're like, bro, I'm late.
Maybe I did.
Yeah.
That was the same night. I had a great time.
Because the time difference, that's all I remember.
Yeah. And I got back home. Yeah. I had some British McDonald's. It was I'm thinking, man, good, successful night.
Yeah.
And then everything just started. And I was like,
what
whoa.
is going on?
I was gone. It was
What's it like being drunk in another place? What's that like?
It feels a little bit more like if something bad happens here, then it's wraps.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not home. I got nobody to help me.
You really got to follow the law.
Like, you drive?
Yeah, no jaywalking, nothing. You got to.
Yeah, it's like wraps.
Yeah, damn, I didn't even think about that. You have to act as your representation of America, which is kind of sucky when you're lit.
Yeah, as a Black American too.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that
Oxford.
part. Oof. But you know what I really don't like, which really kind of sucks?
What?
It feels like sometimes people like me more when I'm drunk. It's like I've visually seen it. Women like women will be sober as hell and I'll be fucked up and they just start talking to me and they just start like they like me. They start, you know, and then I've started relationships that way. Like it's bad, bro.
Yeah.
And I like don't like that because I'm like, do you like me for the liquor? Like, you like liquor, John?
It also sucks because when you're drunk, you're having too good of a time.
You
it's when
are,
you're
you are.
sober and you think about it like, wait a minute. That wasn't cool.
Yeah, that's
the
real.
thing. That's the drinking can suck because it's like you just don't, like you said,
Yeah.
someone could take advantage, mug you or whatever, and
Yeah,
you're so
yeah,
drunk,
yeah.
it's like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I feel
you
like-
know what? You forgot something. But isn't that
cares where
fun
we
that
are?
you can like? It's kind of that freeing spirit of what I want. Like you know, one of my biggest things I really want is like I want a Jeep that had you could take everything off, like, and you just
drunk drive in it.
no.
Take a foot spin.
No, I'm saying I like the freeing aspect. I want to start hiking more and shit. And I want to start doing free shit. But sober us, and this is something we got to change. I'm not saying this is a good thing, but I am saying, isn't it nice that it takes the edge off a little bit when you do a little? I'm saying
It's very nice, but at what cost?
what am I more when I'm drunk? Like me specifically. What am I like? And then I'll tell you what you're like. I get the most drunk you ever seen me, which is probably like my birthday.
I think that you are funnier.
Uh,
So you know how you think that you get more chill when you're drunk? You're not more chill, but you do talk a little less. But then when you do talk, it's hilarious. You're either just shutting up, just thinking, how did I get here? Or when you do talk, you say the funniest thing of all time. And then you shut back up. So it's like we get to see the best of your humor and
I think it's 'cause I'm more
extroversion.
I'm more, believe it or not, I'm more self-conscious. Is that the right word?
Self-conscious.
What the fuck is the word? Am I drunk right now?
Self-conscious.
I think more about like, damn, I'm scared I'm going to say something wild because I'm drunk. So that's in my mind. So I'm not going to say something. I'm just not going to talk because I don't want to say wild shit. But then I'll forget that I'm supposed to be focusing on not saying wild shit. So then I'll say the next thing that was wild, that because I'm so focused on this thing that's not wild. I'm like, oh, titties. Just like, you know? And then everybody's laughing. Even women, they're laughing and shit. And they're like, you know? So it's just like,
I also think
don't know
when
what's
you're
going
drunk,
on.
you're also, I think you're already the life of the party person, which is a likable
I
thing about
appreciate
you.
that. I appreciate that.
But I think because you're drunk and you're a life of the party person, because people can attribute it to something like, is that because he drank? Oh, that's so fun and cute. Oh my gosh. Versus when you're just life of the party, he's like, whoa, he's just the life of the party.
He's just that's a lot. Yeah. Overwhelming. Nothing. He's sober.
Oh my God.
But I will say for you, when you're drunk, I think you are opposite. I think you act more of life of the party when you're sober than when you're drunk. But I think when you're drunk, you're more happy. That's why when you're like, oh, we gotta get to the room, I'm like, yo, take another drink. It's kind of like a Snickers bar for you. Liquor is a Snickers bar for you.
That sounds so bad.
Take a bite of this. You're not yourself. You're not yourself when you're not drunk. That's literally you, bro. Like, serious, the real shit. I don't know about you, but like the drinks get me feeling a certain way. Like wine, let's skip that part.
We do need to talk about this.
What? Okay.
Where people think different liquors get you different types of drunk.
real.
I get aggressive off the Henny. Ooh, I get sexy off the wine.
It's
It's
real.
not how
Because,
it
bro,
works.
Henny, when I drink Henny, everybody who knows me, when I like knows me, knows this. Henny really mellows me the hell out. It makes me more vocal in regards to like I'm willing to speak my mind more, but I'm very chill, very pee off of Henny. Versus like Zvedka, which that's that broke drink that I used to drink when I was in college, like early college. It acts like how people act off of like crack. That's how I feel when I'm on Zvedka. I'm like,
You feel like you're on
"What's
crack?"
up?" Yeah, I'm like, hey guys, how you doing? I'm just lit. Like I'm too lit. But
see-
then wine, that goes straight to the groin section. I'm telling you right now. I love
It's
wine.
all what you think. Because here's the thing about just drunkenness, just any kind of inebriation.
Yeah.
How you feel before and what you think is going to do affects so heavy how it's actually going to
So
feel.
you think-
it's not, Horny drunk, mad drunk, happy drunk. It's just drunk.
It's just drunk.
It's just drunk.
No, because I remember it might have been for my birthday, but we did like an earlier pregame than when everybody came.
Yeah.
And you started drinking the rest of the vodka, wine, and this other
Stop
thing.
making it sound like I'm an alcoholic.
No, it's because we only had a little bit. It's because we only had a little bit of each.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, bro, you're going to be like, off the wazoo, you know what I'm saying? You're every different type of drunk. That's not okay. Thanos. You the Thanos alcoholic. Real shit. Collected all them Infinity Stones. But I genuinely think it's a difference, bro.
All them kidney stones.
All them kidney stones. That's funny as shit. But I like that I can control, even if it's all in my mind, which I don't agree with. I think it's nice that I can control. Okay, but I know what environment each is for, you know what I'm saying? Just like every environment isn't for you to even drink in. Like if I'm going to a funeral, I'm not going to drink. Maybe.
Okay. I think most environments we should try not to drink in. It's nice to do in like a club, of course.
But a movie is fun for us.
I don't think I've ever drank before a movie.
Just me. It makes the movie 10 times more fun for me. Because again,
drinking just makes everything more fun.
It is.
That's the problem.
No, but it doesn't but that's the thing is people drink their problems away thinking they do, but like they're sad. When they're sad, they're just more sad. I'm saying that doesn't happen to me. Thank God. Like I'm not
the same way blacking out doesn't happen to you. Thank God.
We all need one of those experiences. Maybe my next birthday. Let's put that in the atmosphere.
No.
Me and you.
No.
Blacked out. How we gonna get home? Who knows? We'll find out next on the DJWoodntItBeFunny Podcast. Like the new Marvel movie. I got drunk in there. You know how Marvel, they always have like a stupid ass corny line in between everything that's really serious. They'll do something to be like, yeah, and insert joke here. Those jokes for the first time ever were hitting. Like, hitting. I was crying, laughing.
And the villains are right behind me, aren't they?
And I'm like, he's right behind, he's right there. Like, it was fun. But then you want to not be dependent on it.
I didn't start drinking until I was like 21.
And I remember, bro, you promised, like, I'm not going to drink until I'm 21. We was all getting fucked up freshman year and all that stuff. But when I tell you he hit 21 and he turned full alcoholic.
No, I did not. Not from mom.
This guy don't know how to walk past the drink without having it.
Yo, shut up. That sounds so horrible. But I will say I used to really like Jack. I used to love Jack Daniels.
Why don't you drink it no more?
Because it's gross. First of all alcohol is pretty disgusting. If I'm being completely honest. Unless you get the real fruity margarita stuff, which I can get behind sometimes.
Oh, you love a lemon drop too.
I could buzz down a lemon drop. But I say that to say with the Jack, it was more the idea of just feeling like a man. Like, I got my whiskey.
No, that's
you know
true.
what I mean?
I agree with that. My dad, for example, he taught me how to drink manly drinks. Like, he sat me down and was like, you need to learn how to drink an old fashioned. Because you're going to be around men. You need to grow some hair in your chest. And when I tell you, it is such a different experience. You drink that, you just gain huge cojones. Like, I think there are certain drinks that you need to experience as a individual. You know what I'm saying?
I hate
like,
old
if you're a woman,
man.
Lemon drop.
Got that right.
Do you like old fashioned?
No, I hate old fashions.
Why?
Because they taste like garbage. This is literally.
But you said liquor tastes bad.
Yes,
so it's like
yes.
even
So
more
when
bad?
alcohol specifically tastes bad, then you know it's like this isn't worth getting. And I used because I was like, oh, I like Jack Daniels. What whiskey drinks do you have? We got old fashions. Don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
And now I mind if they do. I mind heavily.
Do you fuck with rum and coke? Because I know I'll put you on.
No, I don't like rum.
It gets me right in my mood, like perfect.
All the alcohols can get you in your mood. It's not about the alcohol. It's just about how much you drink.
I have two questions for you. First drink. First question is, what do you think the legal age should be for you to be able to drink? One. And then two, what do you think should be the amount a person typically should be allowed to drink? Because I know some people gas it.
Regular answer, again, for the first question, is 21 is what it is. I think that's a good-ish age. Controversial answer, I think it should be 25. I think it should be when our frontal lobes are developed and therefore it can cause the least amount of brain damage because our brains are not developing anymore. That's when actually, for the benefit of our health, we should be allowed to drink. Some caveats though.
I think it should be like 18. I have two reasons for that. The first reason, again, I'm Caribbean. The Caribbean, they damn near don't even have age. You can do that shit when you 5. It don't matter. But it's like on one end, I should be able to drink the same age as a person could smoke a cigarette. I feel like that's ridiculous. And I'm like, we should have the autonomy to pick how we want to die, whether it's liver or lungs. I should be able to have the choice, okay? But also in the army, like I have a lot of family in the army and stuff, and I think that's fucked up that they can kill for the country, but they can't get a drink.
You know what? I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
And for that, I think that whatever the drinking age is, whether it's 21
that's
or
when
25,
people should be able to get drafted. In the army.
exactly.
The age of drinking should definitely be determined by 1, our maturity, and 2, by cigarettes. I just don't like that. If I'm 18 and I know from the womb I'm a drinker versus a smoker. Why do I have to compete? Like, why do I have to, as like an 18?
Why do you know in the womb?
Because I like it. I like drinking. I like the feeling of it.
You do it from the womb.
But it's a double-edged sword, and I think there's a debate behind it, and I think that's what this skit is gonna show.
Roll the tape.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. My name is Chad Thompson with DARE. Drugs are really evil. Today we're here to talk about the dangers of drugs and how to avoid them. Let's see what happens when people fall into temptation.
Nah. Nope. Nada. Nope.
Here we have a young man moments away from ruining his entire life. He's consuming the devil's lettuce, but in edible form. A lot of the young kids are doing it.
Oh my God! Thanks to edibles, I finally finished my screenplay.
I wonder what it's about. Probably something terrible that ruined his life.
It's about Rosa Parks in space.
Fuck. That's good. How about we look at another terrible drug to see what it can do to you? Ah, some liquid courage, I see. But at what cost?
Yes. Thanks to liquor, I finally got the courage to ask her out. Now she's my girlfriend.
Well, anybody can find a girlfriend, but who's gonna want to marry an alcoholic?
Who's calling me? Oh, it's her. Hello?
Hey, Pierre. I know this is sudden, but I've never felt this way about anyone before. Will you marry me?
Of course!
Yay! Thank you.
Well. Here we have a classic case. A college student drowning in pressure. So he turns to Adderall.
Let's go! Thanks to Adderall, I finished my 110-page essay, I invented a social networking app, and I applied to law school.
Well, it's likely he won't get in because, colleges don't really like students that cheat their way into success.
Oh, let's go! I got in! Thanks, Harvard!
Now we're talking. This is crap. Surely this will end in disaster.
Honestly, Crack made me hit rock bottom. And rock bottom made me start this brand new church! Yeah!
What the hell is happening?
Hallelujah!
Look, I'm not saying drugs are good, but maybe I just need to touch grass. Stay in school. Or don't. I don't know. Who am I?
Didn't see you there. What happened to that guy? Hi, I'm Brad Thompson from DARE. Drugs are really evil. And now, I am gonna tell you why you shouldn't drink alcohol.
If you had to choose between the two, which would you rather keep and why? Colorism or racism?
Gosh. I think I'd rather keep colorism
Why?
because I feel like, and then you have to answer right after me.
Oh, fuck.
You have to. I'd rather keep colorism
Why?
if I have to choose.
Oh, we don't need to say it again.
Because I feel like there will be less systemic blowback with colorism than there is with the racism. Racism breeds things like colorism. Now you're saying in this world a colorism wouldn't exist, but what else could racism breed? Lots of things.
Okay.
So I think colorism would have, as negative as it would be, less negative effects if it's just super pro light skin world versus super pro white world.
I think that's coming from a brown skinned man. And I think as a dark skinned man, it's the complete opposite. I'd keep racism over colorism for the complete opposite reason. Because y'all don't see it, but it hurts. It hurts even more sometimes when somebody that is black comes at you like a white person. You expect it when it's somebody that's not you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, for example, there's a whole beef going on in like other countries right now about the same shit we're dealing with here, but they're literally black, but they're like, hey, I'm not black because I have a lighter skin tone than you. But it's in other languages, in other ethnicities, and other everything. So I feel like race, I'd rather be, if I had to again, keep racism because at least that, I know somebody hates me because they don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But when somebody knows you and they still hate you, it's like, damn, my nigga, because you're caramel latte, you don't fuck with a nigga? Like, oh, that shit hurts, bro.
Well, you know what? I think us teaming up together for this podcast, I feel like we're solving colorism.
Yep, a light skin and a dark skin.
Woo! A light skin and a brown skin.
And a dark skin.
And a dark skin and a darker skin.
Whoa. Colorism in that.
No.
There we go. That's exactly why I would choose racism. Because
he likes racism. With every single video, every single podcast, we're solving colorism one day at a time.
Bad boys for life. I mean, that sounded bad because we're talking about dark skins. So maybe good boys for life.
Good boys for life.
Good boys for dark skin. Good boys for life.
Yeah, and brown skin. Good boys too.
And light skin.
Yeah. No, that's not
for life.
I'm keeping this part.
Yeah. DJWoodntItBeFunny Podcast. 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 Yeah.